Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Sims2 Princess, and I'm here with an exciting video. Of course, in the spirit of Black History Month, happy Black History Month to you all. I am doing an amazing video where I am collecting and curating custom foods that are Black, that are African, that are a part of the diaspora and the culture, and sharing them with you in hopes that you will download them and have your Sims, one, eating good, and two, eating diverse and embracing other cultures. So I'm really excited for this video, so stay tuned. First of all, we're in this stunning kitchen that I made, and we're with our Sim Rain, and she's with child, so she's helping us out here, and she's cooking up the first dish that I'm going to be talking about, which is called injera, doro wat and injera, which is an Ethiopian dish. Injera is a staple in Ethiopian and Eritrean cuisine, and it's a sourdough flatbread that's made from teff flour. It's not only versatile to various dishes, but also symbolizes community and togetherness in Ethiopian culture. I've been to an Ethiopian restaurant and we all got to rip pieces of injera to dip in the stew, and it did feel like community. So get this food, it is so good. This next food I am super excited about. It is called egusi soup with fufu, and it's a West African dish, and I'm West African, I'm from Ghana, so big up to us West Africans. And so in the Nigerian culture it's called egusi soup with fufu, but in the Ghanaian culture we also call it banku with okra soup. So I'll talk about both. So with egusi soup and fufu, again, it's predominantly Nigerian, and it's made with a fufu that's a starchy side dish that's made from cassava, yams, or plantains. Like I mentioned, both dishes are integral to Nigerian and Ghanaian cuisine, embodying the communal aspect of sharing meals. And again, this is something that you would cook and share with your family. And so in Ghana, we call it banku and okra soup, and you can see there's a greenish spinach kind of soup going on here. And the white ball is the fufu. And again, it's a part of our culture, and it really just signifies the traditions of cooking meals in a community kind of style. And so I have this in my game. My Sims eat up their fufu on their weeknights, I have my Sims enjoy cultural dishes as well. And so I hope that this is something you will download and enjoy with your Sims. All right, we're still kind of in the Nigerian West African world. The next meal is seafood eforiro, and so seafood's actually quite important and integral in a lot of our African dishes. We have shrimp, we have fish, we have tilapia, we have saltfish, different types of seafood, so it's actually really important. And this is a Nigerian dish that blends with spinach, seafood, shrimp, or fish, and it's cooked really in a flavorful way, often spicy. And yeah, I think that this meal is really cool. If you want your Sims who are maybe pescatarian to have an option that's a bit more diverse, this is up their alley, and this is for them. So go ahead and download it. So we switched scenes and we switched vibes, and now we're in Athena's kitchen. It's not as grand as Rain's, but please forgive me. All my Sims aren't as wealthy as Rain. She's a singer, so she's got the shmoney. She's got the shmolians. So Athena is here, and she's cooking with us again, another egusi soup and fufu, and I just wanted to show it in another context. And I have a couple of links for different variations of the egusi. So this one's different. You can see this one's a little more Maxis match, but same element of the spinach, and then the fufu, which is the round cassava ball that you saw there. All right, so we're kind of moving away from West Africa, and we want to talk about some Cajun dishes. This is seafood jambalaya that Athena is cooking up right now. And of course, I could not forget my Creole and Cajun ancestry, okay? And Louisiana as well. Big up to y'all. So seafood jambalaya is a flavorful dish from the Cajun and Creole culinary traditions of Louisiana. It highlights the fusion of African, Native American, French, and Spanish influences, showcasing the diverse cultural heritage of the region. And so I have a whole collection of Cajun cuisine, because we cannot talk about the diaspora, Black culture, African culture, French culture with Black folks without talking about Cajun meals, Cajun cuisine. All right, so now of course I have to show you and shout out the creators of the CC, because honestly, like I keep saying, Sims 2 would be really unplayable and not as enjoyable without all the custom content creators and modders and people in the community. So of course I want to shout out Jackie93 Sims for converting this food, and I also want to shout out QMBB, who is the Sims 4 creator who actually made this food, and I followed them on Twitter, and they have so many cool creations. So if you're not a Sims 2 and you're a Sims 4 Sims 4, definitely check them out. So this is the creator who, the QMBB is the creator who made the injera, the African seafood eforiro, and then this is the fufu with the egusi soup. This is Ethiopian, Nigerian, and Nigerian, Ghanaian, West African. And so these foods are converted by Jackie93 Sims. So shout out to Jackie93 Sims as well. And so you can go ahead and download that, and I'll definitely have some links in the description for you. But yeah, just wanted to shout them out. They're available at lunch and dinner, and happily they are low poly. The next meals I'm showing you are, again, egusi soup and fufu. So the first one that I showed you is egusi soup, but this is more alpha style. So I wanted to show you the Maxis match variations. These are originally by Ice Munmun, and I really appreciate Ice Munmun's creations. I also follow them on Twitter, and I feel like they make such good, diverse foods. There's a lot of Indian foods. There's a lot of Southeast Asian foods. And honestly, like, it's 2024. Like, my Sims can't just eat macaroni. Like, sorry, you know? Like, I'm not gonna play that way. Like, my Sims are gonna have home cooked meals. They're gonna have culture. They're gonna have tradition. They're gonna celebrate holidays where they make more special meals and invest more time into their cooking. Like, that's the fun of it. It's a life simulator, and life doesn't just look American. Like, life is full of color and variancy and diversity. So these are originally by Ice Munmun, and again converted by our lovely Jackie93 Sims. Shout out to them, because one, I don't know who else is converting as fast and as hard as Jackie93 Sims in this time when it comes to food. So I just really want to shout them out, because without their conversions, I don't know how to convert CC, so I wouldn't be able to have these beautiful things in my game. So these are more Maxis match styles. This is egusi soup, and again, this is egusi soup. This is fufu, and it's made from cassava or yam or plantain, and it's kind of boiled and then pounded into like a thicker, I guess, smoother consistency, and you have it with the soup here, as you can see. So this is beautiful, and this is a nice Maxis match option. I can't talk. And then this is, again, in Ghana we have banku with okra stew or okra soup, and this looks like okra to me, so I'm taking this as banku with okra soup. And I talked about the origins and the history of it in the video, but again, these are more West African foods. Ghanaian, Nigerian people that I know eat this food, and so I'm excited to have this in my game. So shout out to Jackie93 Sims and Ice Munmun. Next, I did not feature this in the video. There are a couple things I didn't feature in the video because I forgot to put them in my downloads folder as I'm cleaning out my CC, and I was really frustrated about that. But my game takes like 40 minutes to boot up, so I was not about to exit, add them in, and you know all that kind of stuff. But I did want to talk about ribs. Ribs hold special significance in Juneteenth celebrations, as they're often featured in traditional gatherings and cookouts, and it's really to commemorate the end of slavery in the United States. So Juneteenth, which is observed on June 19th, marks the day when enslaved African Americans in Texas learned of their freedom in 1865, 2 years after the Emancipation and Proclamation was issued. So ribs have historical ties to African American foods, and they're a symbol of resilience and liberation and the enduring spirit, the resilience of Black people. And so I could not do this video and not feature ribs. I didn't put them in my game. I am very sorry, but a big shout out to Jackie93 Sims for converting these ribs, and a big shout out to Insimnia, who's a Sims 4 creator, for creating them in the first place. I did want to say I saw some discourse on Twitter, and people within the Sims 4 community were like annoyed that ribs were being celebrated, and I just find that so disgraceful, because this is a video game. It's literally pixels where we can tell stories, and a lot of our stories are deeply rooted in trauma, in the transatlantic slave trade, in colonization, in prejudice and racism. Like, these are real experiences, and so for us to have our food and our culture, our music and our clothing in game, and to be able to tell stories that are uplifting and beautiful and might be different than our reality, I think that that's so important to our gameplay and our mental health. And so I'm here to celebrate every culture that I can, including my own, and I want to share that with you all as well. So these ribs are absolutely delicious. First of all, like, let's talk about it. And they have some other, I guess these are T-bone steaks or something, porterhouse, and there's some other dishes here, but these are not featured for Black History. All right, so something I'm really excited about are these Jamaican beef patties. Again, these are by they were converted by Jackie93 Sims. They're from Pink Glaciers, who is a Sims 4 creator. These look absolutely stunning. absolutely stunning. And I do have another option for Jamaican beef patties. If you are interested and you don't want this variation, there is another variation for you. So Jamaican beef patties are like a savory pastry, almost like an empanada or like a meat pie. And they're filled with spicy ground beef. Sometimes they're veggie, sometimes it's chicken. I love the beef. These ones are beef. And they're literally a culinary iconic in Jamaican cuisine. We love. Next, we're still in the Caribbean world. We have ackee and saltfish, and we also have goat curry for Sims 2. And so I want to shout out the creator, QMBB, and the converter, Jackie93 Sims. And so you have your ackee and saltfish. In Ghana, we call it kolbi. And then we have goat curry, or curry goat. Depends on where you're from. I know some people, like Trinidadian people, I don't know if they say curry goat, goat curry. Everybody's different, but nonetheless, same ingredients, same meal, same heart of it all. So shout out to these creators. And then my last Jackie93 Sims conversion that I want to talk about is from Little Bobub. They're a Sims 4 creator, and Jackie93 Sims converted their oxtail and plantain with white rice. So I wanted to give this as an option if you're more into Maxis Match and you don't want to have too much of an alpha food, but you still want to have some diversity in the food. This is another great option to have. And it's oxtail, it's rice with these little plantain bits on the side. I'm an alpha girly at heart, but I wanted to show this so that nobody has any excuse as to why their Sims are not eating oxtail, rice and peas. Okay, no excuses. Thank you. So shout out to Jackie93 Sims. Now I want to shout out this other creator. This is Aries Flair, and they also have a Jamaican meal set, and it comes with Jamaican oxtail rice, oxtail with rice, which is personally like one of my favorite foods ever. Jamaican beef patties, another one of my favorite food ever. If you've ever had a stuffed patty, tell me in the comments because they are so good. And then this is some jerk chicken with some rice and peas. Stunning, beautiful. Mwah, 10 out of 10. Okay, 10 out of 10. So yeah, and I like that they have a little bit of a description here if you're not familiar, but I've already kind of talked about it. But it's a recipe, and it marinates chicken, and it's spicy, and it's smoky. And usually the jerk chicken comes with a sauce that you can kind of put on the rice, or you can even do some oxtail gravy, honey. Your Sims are going to be eating good. So I wanted to shout out Aries Flair for their creations because I think that these are absolutely stunning. They're very well made. You can see all the steps here, and the food just looks really, really good. So shout out to them. Grab this food. Finally, I could not end again without talking about the Cajun cuisine. This is by Sim Addict 99. Oh, they're Canadian. Okay, period. I'm Canadian too. This is by Sim Addict 99, and they have a whole Cajun cuisine set. One of my videos, I did show one of my Sims making cornbread, so you've already seen that. And in this video, we saw Athena making the seafood gumbo. So we have seafood jambalaya, seafood gumbo, cornbread, chicken and sausage gumbo, bread pudding, dirty rice, which is like a Spanish rice. How are you not going to enjoy this? Like, your Sims have so many options. One of my dreams for my custom neighborhood right now is to have a Cajun kind of southern restaurant. And I want one of my Sims to run it, and it'll have like fried catfish and like fried chicken and like all this Cajun food. I think that'll be so dope. Like, I can't wait. So these are the CC recommendations for Black History Month. Happy Black History Month to all of you out there. I hope that you are enjoying Sims 2, enjoying your real life, enjoying everything that life has to offer. And I hope that you will go ahead and download these delicious foods. Take care of yourself. Have a lot of fun. Happy simming. And I will talk to you all later.